Hi, Matt Walters here with your inflatable lesson of the day. First thing we're going to talk about is the tools you need to repair your inflatable. Okay? So, if you've been in business for any amount of time, or you've bought and used inflatable, you know there's often repairs that need to be done. The first thing that you're going to need to do a repair is some extra vinyl. You like the background music there. So you need some vinyl. The same stuff the bounce house made of, nice thick 18-ounce vinyl. You're going to need scissors to cut your patch. And the best way to do an inflatable repair is from the inside. So if you have a zipper opening, an air escape valve with a zipper that you can climb right inside and patch it from the inside, that's the way to do it. My glue of preference is called HH66 vinyl cement. It's used on sails, boats, and it's used for. I use it for bounce houses. It's been. I've tried a couple others. This one's my favorite. You put it on, let it set for a little while, a couple minutes, and then you put it on both sides and stick it together. Works great. So in this case, I've got a gallon. It also comes in little pint-sized, actually about a cup-sized things with a brush. So in this case, I've got a little 1-inch brush I picked up at Home Depot, scissors to cut my patch, and a rag for cleanup. So in just a moment, I'm going to show you how we go inside the bounce house and patch it from the inside out, so you have nothing visible from the outside. Come with me. So here I've got a 40 by 16 foot obstacle course, and at the base of the slide here, there's a lot of impact with the kids sliding down. So it's one of the first places it's going to wear out for you, as well as where they're climbing up. So take a look here, and I'll show you what the problem is. So you can see it's been patched here on the outside by someone else. Here, this section's already been patched as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to climb inside, and I'm going to connect my patch to the baffling that holds this panel here to the floor, and reconnect this panel here from the inside out. And this will make your inflatables last, that extra year, maybe 2 years, by fixing them right. So I mentioned previously going into the air valve is right here. So what we're going to do is just open this up, put our equipment in, all the patch materials that we're going to need. Make sure you wrap your scissors in a towel so you don't cut the vinyl on accident and have to do another repair job. And we're going to slide right in. Alright, so here we are in the inside of the obstacle course. You can see down, one of the half of the baffles, you can see above me. I don't know if you can see that. See behind me, there's my feet. It's a 40-foot long obstacle course. Now I climbed down to the end there, army crawl, and I'm tied up against this piece right here when I'm laying on my side. But I army crawled in here, and you can't get through between the baffles. But if you can see inside here, there's a vinyl mesh. And so what I'm going to have to do, since I can't climb through there, I'm going to have to just cut through this. And then after I cut through, I'm going to have to patch it again behind me. So this job's getting a little more detailed than what I was hoping. But so now we got to cut through here, and then we want to reseal it back up because we don't want the baffle to come loose and make a big bubble in the top of the bounce house. So that's our goal. You can see that there's a dark shadow there, and that's one more baffle over. And I can't, so I have to actually cut through two because the hole's on the other side. My only other option, if I want to patch it from the inside, is to go through the hole, and I may just do that. I think that's probably what I will do. And thinking about it, is just go through from the outside paint it, paint the glue on from the outside, and then cut the patch from there and patch it over. The only drawback to that is you can't see how tight your patch is adhering from the. You can only kind of feel from the outside, and so you got to shut your inflatable off. So you got some loose material there, so you can push from the back end, kind of push it off against the ground. You just don't want the glue to be sticking to the floor, because you don't want to glue your the bottom of the bounce house surface down to the base of the lower chambers. So that's the way we're going to do it, but I just wanted you to see what it looks like inside the bounce house. Not the best shot here on the video camera, but you can see the mesh netting. As you can see, a lot of light does get through, so you can see what's how it's made, what it looks like in here. On a Fun Castle or a Combo or some of the other units, it's a lot easier to move around inside of here. There's a little more room. This piece right here is not so close, and there's not cross panels between the baffles, so you can crawl right down them. My kids like to actually play airsoft in here, although they get in trouble because of all the BBs, but they have to come in and vacuum them out. But more to come later. So I measured the patch. So now I'm roughing up the contact side of the patch. So the glue gets a good stick-to surface area. See, it's getting a little rougher there. And just wanted to make sure that glue sticks on there good. Going to do the same thing on the inside here. It's glued shut on the inside. Glue's blowing in my face. You want a nice coating. You don't want it too thick though. Just want it everywhere that the patch is going to be touching. Coating, make sure you get all along the edges so those edges don't start peeling off. And you got it smoothed over your whole roughed up piece of vinyl. Set your mental timer for a couple minutes, and in about 2.5 minutes we're going to stick these two together. It's going to dry extra fast on the inside with the air coming out of it right now. We're going to shut the blowers off, and so that it softens up there and we can get it all together, and leave it off for about just a few minutes while we get it stuck on there. We're going to inflate it and then kind of press it together, make sure everything's good on that. Going to reinforce right here where this is coming off. A little on both sides of that. Some air in there, let it dry, then we'll push it together. Same thing here. Good to clean this up first, but getting lazy. It's almost a little too dry, but it's feeling pretty dry right now, so I'm going to get it on there as quick as possible. Hopefully it's still enough on there to make it stick. Nah, there's nothing there. Waited too long. So when you're patching from the outside, or the inside here, if you need to patch on the outside, then you've got double reinforcement. And one thing about patching on the outside is it's not very cosmetically appealing. But you know, if you can get a good seal here on the inside, you'll be looking pretty good. Once it's dry in there, I actually like to take a little glue around the edge. Just kind of keeps it from fraying there, and adds a little extra support. We scuffed the patch area on the inside. We coated it with a nice coating of HH66 vinyl glue, and then coated the patch also after we roughed it up. We stuck it inside the hole, stuck it on the inside, did that while it was inflated, then deep on one side, then deflated it so the two sides came together. And you don't have to do the whole thing deflated, but it just helps keep the material spread out. And now we've got our patch on, the glue's dry, and we're filling her back up with air, and we'll see how she looks. All right, so here we've got our patch. It's on. If you paid attention earlier, you really saw that air gushing out. That air it's sealed now, so we're all good. It looks just like it did before without the big hole, and you can slightly see a little bit of the patch there. But you know, if you compare it to this over here, you know, you can see that whole thing on the outside. And when you start getting patches like that, it just really starts looking bad on the bounce house. So that's how you patch it from the inside out, and keep it looking pretty for just a little while longer. The assistant here took wires down this slide, other entrance though, and we'll see how it holds up to what, 165 pounds? He fights his way to the top of the slide.
Slippery.
He's gone, and it's not. So if you have any questions about repairing a bounce house, you want to find out about getting into the bounce house business, you have questions about buying used bounce houses and repairing them, or where to buy them new, you can feel free to call me anytime. My number is 888-210-4816. Just ask to talk to Matt. Again, that's 888-210-4816. This is Matt Walters with your Bounce House Mobile.